From AccuWeather.com, this is AccuWeather Daily, a brief host-read article. It's weather news in a nutshell. AccuWeather's team of hurricane experts are keeping a close eye on the central and eastern Gulf and the southwestern Atlantic as conditions from Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula to the waters surrounding Florida could become more favorable for tropical development in the coming days. Tropical activity in the eastern Pacific may precede the Atlantic basin by several days as well. Now, AccuWeather lead hurricane expert Alex De Silva said that the chance of development right now in the eastern Gulf, the central Gulf, and around the southwestern Atlantic remains very low in the short term due to strong wind shear. But as that shear relaxes, conditions could become more favorable for an area of low pressure to develop in the Gulf or the Western Caribbean. AccuWeather's team of tropical meteorologists believes that the highest chance for tropical development would occur during the middle to latter part of June. Sea surface temperatures are running above average in these areas and are generally within a few degrees of 80 degrees, which is near the threshold typically needed for tropical development. Should a storm form, where it develops would likely determine its track. A storm that forms over the central or eastern Gulf would be more likely to track northeastward. One that develops over the southwestern Gulf could move westward into Mexico. Even if nothing develops, conditions through mid-June do look wetter overall across Florida, which should help drought conditions there. Now, how about rough seas across the region? Well, that's going to depend on the organization and the strength of any storm that does develop. At the very least, locally heavy squalls, gusty winds, and rapidly changing weather conditions could pose some hazards for beachgoers and boaters from the northwestern Caribbean and the Gulf to the southwestern Atlantic. AccuWeather's Alan Reppert said that it is possible that some or all of the energy helping to brew a potential storm on the Atlantic side of Central America is diverted to the Pacific side. Usually development occurs on one side or the other. Rarely do both occur around the same time. AccuWeather meteorologists keep tabs on a large ripple that slowly travels from west to east around the globe near the equator. This feature and valuable forecast tool, discovered in 1971 by American meteorologists, is called the Madden-Julian Oscillation. A portion of the MJO generates additional upward motion in the atmosphere, which can boost tropical development. De Silva said that the upward motion zone of the MJO is forecast to be in the eastern Pacific during the first 10 or so days of June, and then move on to the Caribbean, Gulf, and Southwest Atlantic centered on the second week to the middle of June. AccuWeather meteorologists use this oscillation and others to help with the forecast of tropical and non-tropical storms and moist patterns around the globe year-round. In the Pacific, AccuWeather meteorologists expect a few opportunities for tropical storms to form over the next 7 to 10 days, helping to kick off the active eastern Pacific hurricane season. One feature may develop well off the coast of Central America and Mexico in the time frame of June 3rd through the 6th. One or two features could also develop much closer to the coast of Central America between June 6th through the 10th. Steering winds could guide either storm toward the southwestern coast of Mexico. While a strengthening El Niño is likely to suppress tropical cyclone activity in the Atlantic later this summer and autumn, it is forecast to boost activity in the eastern Pacific. El Niño is characterized by unusually warm water across parts of the tropical Pacific Ocean. Its impacts include shifts in the jet stream, and it can influence weather patterns around the globe. That's all for now. You can find regional forecasts and science-based articles at AccuWeather.com. And for your local forecast at your fingertips, download the AccuWeather app. Enjoy your weekend. Be weather aware, and I'll be back on Monday with more from AccuWeather.